I grew up in a quiet neighborhood in Nebraska, just me and my mom in a small single story house. She worked overnight shifts at a local care home, so most nights it was just me, the creaks, the fridge hum, and the long silence. This happened a few months before I graduated high school. It was a Thursday night and my mom had just left for work around 7:30. I played a few games on my console, ill time scrolling through my phone and finally decided to sleep around midnight. Sometime deep into the night I woke up. At first I thought I'd imagine it. The sound of a door closing downstairs. I glanced at my clock. It was 3:27 a.m. That's about when mom usually gets home, so I didn't think much of it until I noticed something strange. The footsteps. They weren't her usual tired steps heading upstairs. They were slow, measured. They moved from one side of the house to the other, from the kitchen to the hallway to the living room. I sat up, heart pounding. She always turned on the light when she came home, but the house stayed completely dark. The only light came from the faint street lamp outside, barely slicing through my curtains. For a minute, I tried to convince myself it had to be her, but when I whispered, "Mom," and got no answer, that's when I knew something was wrong. I got out of bed, walked to the top of the steps, and peeked through the railing. Everything was still. No movement, no light. But when I looked towards the front door, the faint reflection on the tile caught my eye. A wet shoe print. That's when I saw him. A man sat completely still at our dining table. No sound, no motion, just sitting there. His clothes were dark, heavy jacket, gloves, and a black mask that covered most of his face. His head was tilted slightly towards me, like he was waiting for me to say something. For about 3 seconds, we just stared at each other. No breathing, no blinking. Then my body reacted before my brain could. I sprinted upstairs, slammed my door, and locked it. With shaking hands, I dialed 911. The operator told me to stay quiet and keep her on the line. But before I could even speak, I heard footsteps again, slow and heavy, on the stairs. Each crack felt like a countdown. Then silence. For a moment I thought he was right outside my door. Then the front door opened and the sound of rain poured in again. He was gone. Mom pulled into the driveway less than a minute later. Police came soon after, but they didn't find anyone. No fingerprints, no sign of forced entry, just one wet shoe print near the table. They said he probably wasn't there to rob us. Nothing was missing, which means he was waiting for someone. Mom gets home around 3:30 every night. It was 3:30. It was 3:27 when I woke up. And that man, he wasn't there for me. He was waiting for her.